Welcome back to the Crochet Chronicles, my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey, and today is the Tippy Toes Crochet Baby Blanket. This is a really neat concept in order for you to be able to do almost a little bit of texture, but also some fun ideas with the stitches. It works in sets of 2 rows in order to have the full look of this particular one. You really don't get a sense of what this looks like when you're looking at it from this photograph, but once you see the diagram you're gonna see that it's gonna be really quite amazing. So face down on this thing, it looks completely different than what you are seeing right here. So let's take a look at the diagram. Let's see what we're gonna get ourselves involved with today. So on page number 2 we have the diagram, and what we have here is that it works in sets of 2 rows. So we're gonna start off with one color and then you're gonna get rid of it. Then rows number 2 and 3 will be the same color, 4 and 5 is the same color, and etc. So you want this crossing over plus this shell to be the same color in order to get the maximized look out of this thing. So it's a really neat, easy way to be able to follow this thing as we're going along. Also, this blanket here, when you see it here, this is the same thing obviously, but what you're looking at it, so see how you see that the shells are facing up? This here, the way it's folded, that the shells are facing down. So if you just turn it over, you can see what it will look like from your perspective. Yep, it's a pretty cool idea. So you're gonna need a 10mm size end crochet hook, and they're recommending Bernat blanket dappled with this particular one, and you can have a lot of fun. So you can use any Bernat blanket product for you in a size 10mm hook. Just for camera sake today I'm gonna be using Bernat Maker Home Deck with my 6mm size J crochet hook in order to play. One more thing before I let you go. I always think about what people are gonna make comments to. They're gonna say, I don't want this size blanket, I want something bigger, or I want to change the size. If you'd like to change the size of this one, no big deal. It's in multiples of 6 plus 2. So chain in sets of 6. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Keep going to as long as you want to go, and then once you're satisfied just add 2 chains at the end. So it's multiples of 6 plus 2. So enough chitter chatter, let's get at her and let's just insert a slip knot here, and this is considered an easy level, and I would agree with this one today. So I'm just gonna pull you back, just hang on to your seat there for a second as I pull you back, and let's begin. So you can just chain 80 as per the pattern, or you can chain in multiples of 6 plus 2. You decide. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. I'm going to do in multiples of 6 because I just need a small sample. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, and 1 2 3 4 5 6, and I'm gonna do it one more time. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. Once I'm happy with the length of this, all I just need to do is add 2 more chains to have balance. So 1 and 2, and then we're gonna begin across on row number 1. So let's start. You want to go second chain from the hook. So just 1 and 2, turn it over and get the back hump of that stitch of that chain, sorry, and you want to go right into it and do a single crochet. So it's a really easy row number 1. You want to skip 2 chains, so skip the 2, so 1 and 2, go to the 3rd and place in 5 double crochets in the 3rd one. So let's count those out together. So 1 2 3 4 and 5. And once you're satisfied you got your 5, I want you to skip 2 more chains then, so 1 and 2, and go to the 3rd chain and place in a single crochet. So this is gonna rest in between the shell work. So let's just review the repeat again, and then I'll leave you the rest of the chain. So you're gonna skip 2 and go to the 3rd and apply 5 double crochets. So we'll count those. So 1 2 3 4 and 5, and then you're gonna skip 2, so come back to the chain. So 1 2, go to the 3rd and single crochet. Please do that all the way across, and you will have all these beautiful shells, and we're gonna get rid of this color at the end of this row. So please do that, and I'll see you at the end. So I'm just coming to the end of the row. I'm gonna skip the last 2 there, and I got 1 more stitch left, or 1 more chain left, and that'll be a single crochet, and I want you to get rid of this color. You can keep the colors the same if you really wanted to, but I think this particular stitch really lends itself to color play really quite nicely. So I'm gonna get rid of this yarn, and what I want to do is that I want to really weave this in. So let's weave this in until we get it to at least the top of this first shell. So just going in and out of the rows here. So the top of the shell is where you're gonna have your first single crochet in there, so that'll kind of hold it and lock it if you decide to do that. And of course you can always use a tapestry needle to hide in your work if you really want to do that as well. So what I'm going to do then is that I am going to start and do row number 2. So let's turn our work and let's look at the back side of this now, and let's get another color ready and let's play. So rows 2 and 3 will be the same color. So you just have to go back and forth to one color, and then the next 2 sets of rows you want to go back and forth the same color, and etc. So you want to go into the first single crochet and join your new yarn and just pop it through just like that and chain 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so you joined, and that's gonna count as a double crochet. And in the same one that you did the join, go right up over top of the straggler again and do another double crochet. You're going to chain 1 and just go to the middle one of the grouping of 5. Okay, so when you do that, remember the one that we just dragged through to hide, make sure you go up underneath that one too, so it'll lock it. And I want you to single crochet, chain 1, and watch what we're going to do. I want you to reach over to the next shell to the very first stitch, and I want you to double crochet, and then I want you to chain 1 and then come back to the shell that you're currently just leaving and get the last one and access it from behind. So just wrap the hook and just kind of peel it forward and get that last double crochet that's in the shell from behind and double crochet that. And what this is doing is it's creating an X. I want you to chain 1 and then we're gonna go to the middle one of that grouping of 5 in single crochet. Do you understand? Let's try again. So you're gonna chain 1. You're going to go to the next shell that you're going, and you wanna go to the first double crochet over there. You wanna chain 1. Now you wanna come back to the shell that you're leaving and go to the very last double crochet and access it from behind. So just wrap the hook and coming to get that one from behind to create the crossover X. Like that. And now we just want to chain 1 and then single crochet in the middle one of the grouping of 5. And it's right there. You're gonna do that all the way across. Let's review again. So chain 1, double crochet into the very first one of the next shell, chain 1, and then come back to the shell that you're just leaving, get the last double crochet and chain 1 and then single crochet in the top of the next middle grouping of 5. It's actually 2 stitches away from this one, so 1 and 2. So you want to do that all the way across. This is what it's gonna look like. And then in the very last one, once you get over there, chain 1 after the single crochet, and in the final single crochet I want you to apply 2 double crochets in there. And then we're gonna turn our work and then begin the next row. So we want to keep this color for 2 rows. So let's turn and begin row number 3. So in row number 3 we're gonna start off this way. So we're gonna chain up 3. So 1, 2, 3 counts as your first double. Then in the same one that you're just in, I want you to put 2 more double crochets in there. You're creating a half a fan shape. So now that the partial is in there, you're going to single crochet into the other one that's already single crocheted in the top of the fan below. Keep that in there. So single crochet there. And now do you see where they're crossing over? I need you to go to the chain 1 space that's between the cross right there. And I want you to apply 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then I want you to single crochet in the next single crochet that you see, and then in the next crossover in the space between another 5 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then single crochet in the next single crochet and then go 5 into the next space in between the cross. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, single crochet in the next single crochet, and then on the very edge one in the turning chain I want you to apply 3 double crochets. So go right into the chain, not to a space itself. And then that's it for this particular color. So at the end of this one here you see that there's a crossover happening, and so you're gonna get rid of this color, weave it in, and then we're gonna begin row number 4. So there's a total of 4 rows that are the part of the repeat because these fans shift in location. So let's weave in our ends and I will see you, and we'll start row number 4 next. So let's create a slip knot and put this on, and let's turn our work and begin row number 4. So row number 4 we're going to then just go into the top of the turning, or sorry, the last double crochet, and you're going to attach it with a slip knot and chain 1 and single crochet in the same one to begin. So we're gonna create the crossover look. So the crossover look is really quite an easy one to be able to master. So you're gonna chain 1 to start. Now this is a partial of a fan or of a shell, so you need to think about that, and also we have the next shell that's coming up. So to start the next one we're going to double crochet in the next shell that we're about to jump to, just like that, and then chain 1 and then come into the this half shell. I want you to come into the last double crochet that's there from behind. So the only difference is that we're just changing where we're starting these crossovers. That's all. So then chain 1 and then single crochet in the middle one of the grouping of 5. Chain 1 and then start. So you come to the next shell that you're about to jump to, the very first one, chain 1 and come to the last double crochet of the shell before it. And then chain 1, single crochet in the top of the next grouping of 5, the middle one, chain 1, come to the next one, shell, just as the first double, chain 1 and then come and get the last double crochet on the shell before it, chain 1, single crochet in the top. You're gonna do that all the way across, so you can see how it's awesome that's looking. And so when you get to the very end over here, so you're just gonna chain 1 and you want to come into the first one of the next shell like a normal, chain 1, come into the last one of the shell that you were just in, chain 1, and all you just need to do in the very last turning chain is just to apply a single crochet. And that was row number 4. So let's turn our work and do row number 5. So row number 5 is going to put the shells in between the crosses like you did before. So the shells, see how they're over here now? They'll be switching over. So you'll see these shells are gonna be coming and jumping around. So let's begin. So you're just gonna chain up 1 and single crochet into the same one. In the crossover that you have, you're going to apply 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You're going to single crochet in the next single crochet that you have, and then reach over to the next crossover and do another 5. So nice and easy as this goes. You have a little bit of texture without a lot of fuss. Okay, and then single crochet in the next one, and then reach over to the next crossover and just put it right in the gap space. So 1, just like that, single crochet in the next one here, and then next crossover, there's 5, and then once that's done, single crochet in the last single crochet that you had, and it's the very last one in the row. So that's all you need to do. So all you just have to do at the end is just get rid of all your tails. If you were burying them, you probably can get away with not having to use a tapestry needle, but of course tapestry needle is always the best to be able to hide things. So this is what it would look like if it was completed. So you just wanna go back and start this red again. So you wanna get rid of this color, change it over to red, and then 2 rows of red, and then blue, and etc. And you'll see the fans will change locations as they go. And let's turn it around and let's take a look at the back. So you can see that the way that this pattern is, this is the back side, all the fans are, this is the back side of all the fans. So this side here would be the good color. And I told you in the sample that when you see it folded on page number 2, it actually looks like this. No big deal, right? So it's really kind of a perspective, and this is a really neat idea. Another free pattern by yarnspirations.com. This is called the Tippy Toes Crochet Blanket. Have a good one. We'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.